Wes, we're diving into the headlines today. The Inflation Reduction Act and what it means for retirees. There are many big takeaways. We're going to touch on several, but I think one of the bigger ones lowers the cost of prescription drugs, increases the taxes on corporations. Now, as far as your clients are concerned, the most notable changes that they probably need to be aware of, again, the prescription drug price reform and the continuation of subsidies for health insurance. So let's start with those prescription drug changes, Wes. What do we need to know?
Well, first of all, healthcare costs are rising quicker than pretty much anything else that we spend money on these days. So it is an important topic to be thinking about and know about. And this Inflation Reduction Act, it'll roll out in pieces over the years. And those that are focusing on this year in 2023 for retirees, one of the things is that your vaccine costs, if you have any costs whatsoever, that should be free under Medicare. So things like getting vaccinated for shingles could be up to $150 a pop. It will now be covered under Medicare. Also, beginning in 2023, if you're on insulin, which depending on the kind that you're taking, it could be quite expensive,
Right.
up to about $500 per year. That will be capped at $35 monthly there. So that's definitely an attractive feature. And then for Medicare Part D costs, that should be capped at around $2,000 per year. So it's kind of nice to be able to think about what your future costs are going to be. And if all goes as planned, you can kind of plan for these cap costs on an annual basis.
Right. That certainly does help. So next, Affordable Care Act subsidies. How's that changing?
Well, the Affordable Care Act subsidies, they will be extended through 2025. And that is supposedly going to assist about 13 million Americans per year. And those that, again, are on Medicare, again, this is a big cost that many people run into. And so it'll be nice to be able to project that out and know what you're paying. And then in addition to that, Aaron, beginning in 2026, Medicare will actually be able to negotiate drug prices. So that should, again, assist with costs. But it's still kind of going through the legislation process. And of course, anything is subject to change as administration changes over the years as well.
Right, right. Yeah, you bring up a really important point there. And as we talk about significant legislation, it always takes funding. So a lot of people are wondering if their taxes are going to go up. What do you think?
Well, as of right now, what we're being told is that unless you're a retiree making over $400,000 per year, you should be okay and you won't be affected greatly by this. The idea is that the funding for the Inflation Reduction Act is going to come by, kind of a stricter tax law on corporations. So those corporations that have revenues over $1 billion per year, they're going to be subject to a 15% minimum corporate tax, as well as the corporations that are participating in stock buybacks, which has definitely propped the market up over the years. They will incur a 1% excise tax on those stock buybacks.
Okay. And then the last kind of fun question that I wanted to ask, if a retiree's been eyeing an electric vehicle, this may provide some incentive because there are some energy subsidies floating out there.
It certainly could. We have to keep an eye on that, though, because my kind of opinion is that any energy subsidy is actually kind of realized in the price of the vehicle. We're starting
Right.
to see that where these EV vehicles are, increasing their prices with the subsidy amount. But as of right now, it looks to be that there'll certainly be some relief for those that, in the form of a federal tax credit, those that do purchase an EV vehicle, then you can have a subsidy come from that, whether it's new or used.
Okay. All right. Well, this was, really helpful to chat about. I'm sure, like you said, there are still a lot of moving parts. So if somebody would like to talk to you about any questions they have, what's the best way to reach you?
Simply give us a buzz at 919-322-4113, or even shoot us an email to info@patriotwealthnc.com.
All right. Wes, thank you.
Thank you.